Interesting question. Ant Edwards, or Trey Young? Who's got a better chance of being a greater player or considered the greater player of their franchise all time? This is crazy, almost downright offensive because do I think Anthony Edwards will submit some pass up Kevin Garnett as the greatest Timberwolf? If he plays 10 years and wins a chip or an MVP, that's interesting. If Trey Young was to stay with Atlanta Hawks, and he's been to an Eastern Conference Finals, if he contends for something, will he pass Dominique Wilkins? Which one would I see happening? Which one do I think could happen? I don't think neither one could realistically, but if I was a betting man, I'd probably say Anthony Edwards closer to passing Kevin Garnett, but the Timberwolves. Because Ant's got that star charisma, that charm, that vibe. And unless, of course, they unloaded him, but if they built around him in Minnesota, and he's in an era in a day and time, he ain't got to go run to LA, he ain't got to go run to New York, he ain't got to go run to Miami, he ain't got to go run to Chicago. He basically can have everything right there. He does have star power. So he applies himself, he scores, gets his full potential. He'd have a better chance of the two. I don't think Trey Young could pass Dominique Wilkins except for probably like the assist, but the understanding human highlight, and people gonna say, well, it's two different positions, all that. No, but popularity, because it ain't just the best selling jerseys, it's selling hype, it's selling who would have a better chance of being the best player in the franchise. So Ant to Minnesota or Trey Young to Atlanta. I think Ant's got a better chance being the guard, being how he played. But Kevin Garnett was in league MVP. They did get to a Western Conference Finals. Didn't have a lot of postseason success. And some people may use that in an argument. Ant, to his credit, has gotten to a Western Conference Finals already. So if he builds on that, can get a league MVP, continue to All-Stars, and he stays. If both these guys were just to stay right where they are, stay with the same team, finish their career, blah, blah, blah. Which one do I think would be considered the best player in the franchise of the two? I think it's Ant. But Trey Young, when you factor in assists and scoring and popularity, and if the Hawks have any more success behind that one, because both these guys have been to conference championships. Dallas beat Minnesota and they got spanked by Boston. But Trey Young's case, they lost to Milwaukee. Milwaukee won the chip 2021. Ice Trey. So they both got nicknames. They're both popular. Which one could be considered the greater of the two in the franchise? It's an interesting question. It may seem comical or laughable when you think about the reality of Dominique Wilkins or Kevin Garnett. But ask yourself, hey, these guys play around long enough and they build 20+ thousand points and they win league's MVP or all-star MVPs or they have success, then people might look at it. I thought it was odd and it's comical because I hold Dominique Wilkins in high regard, and I think a lot of Kevin Garnett too. But I also understand that Neek left Atlanta. He was one of the most important franchise players. They're probably the best Atlanta Hawk ever. Garnett left Minnesota as the greatest player. But some people may hold that they didn't win or the success. It's an interesting question because you got two guys who are charismatic, score a lot, popular. Who would have a better chance to be considered the best if they stay in the same slot? So this is a good question. I don't think neither one of them will, but I think Ant would have a better chance. Just saying. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share the video if you like and hit that membership because when you do requests like this come true, stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.